is John with Under Fire Online, and today we're going to be shooting a few pieces of Kevlar with some various pistol ammunition that we had laying around. See what it does. Please excuse the fact that the video is kind of choppy. We had to shoot on a few different locations because of weather and time constraints. Alright, so we've got Doc Martin here. We'll let him introduce himself. He's going to give us an analysis of what these rounds would have done to a human body. So, go ahead.
Alright, my name is Doc Martin, like you heard. I'm a medic in the United States Army, been deployed to Afghanistan, dealt with a fair amount of trauma. I'm also a paramedic here back in the United States. So, walk you guys through maybe what these would have done to the body.
I'm going to be using the Baby Desert Eagle in 9mm, and we're going to be shooting the G2R RIP round. Alright, this is the RIP round that we shot into the Kevlar here. So we're going to dig the slug out and see what kind of damage it did, and then we're going to go to our medic for an analysis. We're having a hard time getting this thing out. You can see the trocars are still attached to the slug there, and it's just grabbing into the Kevlar. It's really not wanting to come out. It dug through quite a few layers. It's so chewed up, can't really tell how many, but quite a few layers of Kevlar right here. So we're going to keep digging at it and try and get it out and show you all what it looks like. Alright, so we finally got the slug dug out of the Kevlar here, and as you can see, it's pretty clogged up with Kevlar. 4 of the trocars stayed attached, and we were able to find a couple more that had dug their way further into the Kevlar. Nothing went all the way through, but some of these were poking out on the other side. So, here in just a second we're going to go to our medic and he'll give you an analysis.
Okay, so medical analysis I have for this RIP round with a Class 4 Kevlar. I do not think it would have killed the person. Definitely would have done some pretty extreme superficial damages, contusions, broken ribs, depending on where the bullet impacted you. The fletchings did go through the vest, were poking through slightly. So that would be lacerations, things like that. But in the end, it would not be a kill shot.
Up, we're going to be using the Baby Desert Eagle 9mm, and we're going to be firing the Winchester Black Talon, the infamous Teflon bullet. Got one right here to show you, and we're going to see what that does to some Kevlar. Alright, so this is the Kevlar that we shot with the Black Talon round, and as you can see, it didn't go very far. That's the entrance hole. We've already dug into this one to save some time. It went through 2 layers of Kevlar, that's it. And here's the slug. As you can see, you didn't get the expansion you would normally expect from a Black Talon, where the trocars bend outward. They went in because the center got clogged with all this Kevlar, and it slowed the round down massively. I mean, there's some good expansion on there, but it's not what you want when you're using a Black Talon. So that whole myth about Black Talons going through Kevlar, no.
Okay, so this was the 9mm Black Talon. I do not think that this would be a kill shot at all, not even as much damage as the RIP round did. Of course, you'd still have some bruising and possibly a broken rib, but overall, definitely not a kill shot.
Alright, next thing we're testing is a 45. We've got a Springfield XD 45 compact service model right here, and we're going to be shooting a Winchester silver tip 185 grain hollow point. We'll see what that does. Alright, so this is the Winchester silver tip 45 caliber 185 grain hollow point that we shot into the Kevlar earlier, and this is what it did. Right here, there was no digging required for this one. It just stopped on the first layer of Kevlar, and it doesn't really look like too much of the Kevlar got caught up in there to clog it up like you would expect. There's a couple little pieces, but for the most part it looks like it just mushroomed in instead of expanding out, and stopped itself.
So this was 45 versus Class 4 Kevlar. Again, I'm going to have to say right off the bat, a non-lethal shot, but just because of the power of the 45, you're going to have a lot more internal damage, definitely broken bones depending on where the bullet hits, possible damage to the inner organs, but overall, not a kill shot.
Alright, next up we're shooting a Taurus 605 357 Magnum, and we're using the Hornady Critical Defense 125 grain. So we'll see what that does. Alright, so this is a Hornady Critical Defense 125 grain 357 Magnum, and this is what we shot into this piece of Kevlar here. And as you can see, this is exactly how we found it, all deformed like that. So we're going to go ahead and cut that one open to see exactly what happened. See the slug stuck in there. Doesn't look like it penetrated too far. And it pretty much did the same thing that the others did, except for the copper jacket peeled off quite a bit, and some of the lead smashed over that red polymer tip there. There's still pieces of the copper jacket stuck in the Kevlar, but it actually only went through, oh, no, here's that polymer tip right there, and it went through two layers and stopped in the third right there. You can see the little divot where it stopped.
Okay, here we have the 357 versus the Class 4 Kevlar. 357, as you saw earlier, did not penetrate the Kevlar, but the force behind it was enough to warp the actual Kevlar. This, I think, could possibly be a lethal round if it hits you in the right place. It would definitely burst your solid organs, like your liver, things like that. If it did hit in the right spot, this could be a fatal round.
In true Under Fire Online style, we're going to end this session with a bang. Check it out.